800 a year
per years.
or per month.
Seriously?
Yes. I have read it. It means
But how can you finance yourself with only 800? That's very cheap.
How can you win?
That's so cheap.
Ich weiß. Ja.
the tuition fee for the college in Vietnam it's just like that.
Really?
Yes.
Because you have to pay your teachers, your professors, whatever. So of course the $800 per year is extremely cheap.
Yeah.
It's cheap. Very short.
Yeah, because why?
So you get any government support from that?
Yeah, some but very small.
Very small.
Actually, one semester in Germany, as we usually do, is like 10,000 or so. But here in Vietnam, a semester is approximately for 6 months, like it costs like 20 or 25 million. I would say it's like €1,000.
Okay.
Because we are like still developing country, so that's the price. Actually, we see that it's really, but it's actually really high cost for China as well. So,
Okay. All right.
yeah.
Compare that with Imperial College. I'm just comparing your tuition fee with Imperial College.
In you Khai?
No, here.
Here.
Imperial Hotel.
Imperial Hotel.
Because they have also the college attached. And usually the tuition fees are much more expensive. It's of course children from more wealthy families.
I also teaching in the Hostel University, and the years early with COVID and online teaching also. So every year they spend around like 75 to 80 million, like 3,500 something per year. This is not really more.
Yes. In Hong
But
Kong.
I thought that is quite reasonable.
In Hostel is around 3,000.
And then how long does the course or how many years you have to study?
2 years.
2 years. And then after that you get a diploma.
Yes.
So this diploma is recognized by the Vietnamese government, already? Or? Okay. $800. Shocking.
Ja, ich weiß.
It's so, it's so
yeah.
soft.
Ja, aber eigentlich studentieren wir Wissenschaft. Wir sind, kann ich auch sagen, mit der Bildung, wir sehen es nicht so wichtig. Weil die Bildung hier, sie wollten eigentlich genauso arbeiten, mehr verdienen, schnell verdienen, das ist wirklich besser. Deswegen aber hier nicht, wir haben gar keine Ausbildung in Deutschland. Das ist passiert.
Yeah.
Er macht das 2 Jahre lang
Okay.
und mit dem Zertifikat kannst du eigentlich schnell arbeiten. Machen wir mehr, aber ja, ist wirklich.
And the different, okay, so hospitality is attached, and what else? What other subjects? What other subjects?
Besides hospitality, we have another.
Yes, we have another department also. For example, the English department, the Chinese department, Korean the department.
Okay.
Some department related to for example cosmetic.
Okay.
Cosmetic department.
That's exactly cosmetic.
Electrical the department too. And we have some very good relationship with some university in Taiwan. So we tend that, for example, one student they study two years here, and they have enough English or the Chinese,
Okay.
and they got the degree here, and then they go to Taiwan maybe for three years, about study and work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Understand.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you send me more information about the hospitality curriculum?
Yes, okay.
I would be interested to see more. Actually, the hospitality section or sector in Vietnam requires much more students because we are lacking now already of employees. They're not specialized. We're just taking in uneducated students coming fresh from the school. They work for a couple of months and they move on. So there's no real career development or career path for hospitality. So let's see. I want to see a curriculum and then
But beside the curriculum, the core curriculum, we would like to know that what are you looking for, like after they are graduate, if we are like supplying.
well, actually, after graduation, they should be returning to the hotel and start working. It's not only a practical, it's practical, but really gain your first experience in a hotel, complete your diploma, and then return. So the hotel can also offer starting positions within the hotel itself. I think that's better. Same as in Germany, Ausbildung. You study for 2 years, or usually 3 years, but then you can cut it short to 2 years depending on your school diploma, and then you start working within the same facility and work your way up. That's how I started.
So you're looking for just like exactly like.
So it's not only
quality
getting
stuff.
cheap labor through trainees, but later bring those trainees after they gain their diploma back into the hotel and let them work. That's exact opposite of what Imperial College is doing. Imperial College, they start educating after the diploma. They are sending the kids out. For me, it's the wrong process. They should be working within the same hotel because they're already accustomed to the people, to the management, and then you gain more experience. And you need to have at least 2 years or 3 years within one hotel until you get proficient and confident, and then you move on to the next one. So what Imperial is doing is wrong. I told that to the chairman already, but they have their own idea.
I think it's not only the Imperial, but the other university or college in Vietnam, they do the same. Even Huashan, they combine with the Vatel friendship.
Yes.
Because if you have the, if you're sitting in your school, you theoretically learn, and then you're being thrown out, dumped into the market, and nobody is taking care of you. You see? And like, I take it from the German point of view. After I finished my diploma, I returned to the same hotel and I worked there. I started as a receptionist, became supervisor, became guest relation manager, front office manager. So I gained my experience because I was within my comfort zone around the people who already educated me. And that's how you grow. But if you just have a 2-year diploma and then you have to find your way, never works for me.
I mean, it's for this hospitality, they have a very specific characteristic of people. They have firstly they have the guest oriented. Firstly, otherwise it cannot work because we have to everything we do is for the guest. It's not for ourselves. Of course, we can gain from that. We can gain after we work for a guest. But firstly, we have to think about themselves, the guest oriented. We have to. The second one. Now, a lot of the university, or I mean, even you guys, more focus on like restaurant, more focus on reception. But you know, for the hotel, just not only the reception and the restaurant. They have the technicians. They also transport, they need purchasing, they need accountant, and specific because of the hotel, they need a special manner to work with. Even the accountant, but they have to be think about the manner. It's not like a factory. This is hotel. We work with people and the people. The factory, we work with the machines. It's different. But here, people, we work with people. So I mean, people we have the mood. So we have to keep our manner, become very professional. So and
That's what Juan already correctly said. The hotel has so many different departments. Take the typical Asian hotel diploma. They either focus on food and beverage or front office. You've never been in purchasing, you've never been in accounting, you don't know anything. And that's the difference between the European education, I think the American education is also not on that level. I think the European standard of how we learn in the hospitality industry is the best. Because we go through every single department. And then you, as a student, also can figure out very fast where's your actual skill and your motivation to continue growing into. My skill was not in the kitchen. I burnt the club sandwich. And the chef said, you better work at the reception. Yes, but there's what students have to go through. They have to go through every department. You don't filter it out. And here in Vietnam doesn't give any career perspectives to young people. They know nothing about hospitality. They just see us as like, oh, okay, he's lucky, he's a manager, or general manager, or general director, but they all but that's they forget where we started. I mean, I started as a bartender, I was room service attendant, but they don't see that with hard work you can achieve your goal. So it's more pep talk, career talk, and really make them excited. But now the young kids, they just want to have quick money. Whenever they have the opportunity, move on, get 2 million dong more, they are gone. And that's why we struggle now in the hotel industry. If Imperial has not enough staff, he's just offering 2 million more on the position, and I'm losing my employee. There's no more commitment and no relationship. But if you make the student feel comfortable, they will also accept less money because they know you take care of them. And that's what is important. So if you, I don't know, if we can work together, let's see, show me your curriculum.
Okay.
And then this has to be, from my side, I want to see the students returning them and work not only as a student to gain their practical experience, but then later have the opportunity to come back to VIAS Hotel and work.
I think that it's
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
I just got some question
Yeah.
to interview. We're not actually doing interview, but I just want like curiosity, because you work maybe directly with the internship, right? So, how do you feel about the Vietnamese internship? Like after their graduation and they work here, maybe you have time to connect with them. How do you feel about them? And maybe can you just give like a comment? It depends.
You know how
Very much.
You know what's the mistake nowadays already? Even we take students from outside.
Oh, really? Why?
No, we take students from outside if they want to work for 4 weeks in a hotel. What do? We just assign them for a position to work as a waiter, but actually nobody's taking care of them. For the industry, it becomes just cheap. or free of charge labor, but we are not actually spending time with them because there's no real curriculum, a standard what you have to follow. That's yeah, but that's not only in VIAS, it's across the industry. Everybody's like, I get some free students from the public schools or from some even tourism college here in Wungtao. It's just a disaster. First of all, the students, they can't even speak English. They have no bloody clue about hotels. So I'm wondering what they actually learn in this tourism college.
Yeah, the very big issue now is, I mean, firstly the language. They can speak any language, but English is one of the most. We can say so. I do not demand a high demand for them to speak fluently, but at least
We took employees. They just came out fresh from the tourism college here. I had to let them go. They cannot speak a word of English, and I think how can the tourism department support such a college? They don't train because even the teacher can't speak English. I'm sorry, and that's no offense, right?
it can be.
Yeah, but how can we train the future hotel manager if already the basics are not right here? That was really shocking. I think I took 3 and 3 of them left because they were just put by the parents into that college. It's like, oh, tourism is a good industry, go there.
Yeah.
But they have no idea, and then later they see, oh, it's quite hard work, 8 hours, 10 hours running in the food and beverage department. They get tired, leave. Because they have no motivation, they have no career opportunity or career insight.
Yeah.
Okay, the hard work is now, but in 5 years you're a supervisor, in 7 years you're a manager, and you can be general manager in 10 or 15 years. Nobody is talking to them this way. So they leave. They have no ambition. So the ambition is the money. And that's how Vietnam will fail if they can't get this right. Yeah?
So that is one of the reason we are here to talk with you to understand, to try to correct this, try to make it right away.
Before COVID, we had a much stronger labor, skilled labor in the hotel industry. I saw in the in Hoi An, I lost all my employees. Where did they go? They go to insurance, they go to the bank, still service industry, but they're working 8 hours a day, quite good income, they're gone. Nobody has the interest working in the hotel industry because it's hard work.
And one issue about during the 2 years COVID, the online trade market, so it's booming, increasing. So 1,000 of the young people, they change from the restaurant and the hotel into the street to become like a proper Uber, Shopee, Food, whatever. I mean, so now you see that all around the world is
My friends or my former staff in Hoi An, they don't work anymore. And this is what was just announced in the news, right? You have how many? 1.5 million teenagers between 18 to 25. They're not working. They don't want to work because the parents have enough money from land sales, from everything. They have no future ambition in Hoi An. All my staff now, either they bought the car, they're driving their own Grab car where they earn more money than in a hotel. So salary structure's wrong, education wrong. There are so many things wrong in the hotel or tourism industry in Vietnam, and this will just become worse. They just keep building more hotels, but nobody is thinking about how do you make those hotels run. That's us, the employees, right? You can build a 1,000 room hotel, but if you don't have people who love their job, this will be the worst hotel to open. That's what you need in whatever college or school. You need to really find out, are they the right people? Do they want to go the extra mile to service customers, to work during Tet and Christmas and New Year whilst your family is celebrating? It's the same as with Vietnam Airlines, right? But they have the better trainer because they will tell them, okay guys, you have to fly during Tet, but you have the flexibility to take off on days where other people have to work. But you have nobody to talk with the young generation in Vietnam this way. So they totally lost any motivation to work for the hotels over the long term. It's just a quick in, quick out. And that's where the hotel's spending so much money, keep training, finding new staff, is a waste of money and a waste of time.
So in the early stage of education, they don't work on this mindset for the young people to make them feel like from step one to try to feel like they need to do sacrifices. They don't do this now in the education system.
It depends on
Because the Vietnamese are rich.
You still have a
No, but the
pay $800.
Vietnamese